Okay, guys, another Avari fight straight away. So I knew that there was a few, but yeah, no, we've got quite a number of them, so that'll be nice to just sort of see the different styles of them. But today they are actually going toe to toe with Angband. Now Angband's probably the one faction that I have a decent grasp of. But yeah, that's just because I don't know, they make sense to me. But yeah, I just thought I've been doing this for the rest. I'll just have a super quick glance over them just to see if there's anything like straight up out of the ordinary that has changed for me, and also it's a chance for me to have a quick look. Jeepers, yeah. So I gave, as I say, I gave my troll guard the armor upgrade, which they can receive. So god damn, they become absolute monsters with that. I didn't actually give my bulldogs an armor upgrade, but you can do that again to really sort of let them go toe to toe with some of these elven elites, which maybe is kind of a necessity, because if not, then you really will struggle to. You've got your armor though, that's kind of the big thing, because I mean the low armored units are the reavers, like 6, of course, you've got the wretches and so on, but I mean even the wretches have got 3 armor. they've got the scraps of their better orcs around them. But yeah, so it's like, oh, I didn't even take the scourges. Oh goodness, they're very cool. Yeah, we'll be interested to see if we get the Scourges of Gothmog in this fight. Because I took a very basic bare bones army. But we do have the Mangonel. Maybe they'll take that. And maybe we've got these Valar Arkar. I'm going to probably just call them Balrogs, I'm afraid. But yeah, again, so these guys are cavalry, are they? Bonus fighting cavalry. I'm assuming that they are the same vibe as Ents. They're not just trolls, but we'll have to see. They've got a special attack. Yeah. So I'm assuming they're cavalry. And then the Uraloki again. I know the Uraloki. I didn't take them before, but yeah, the fire in this is not quite the same as, and the Iron Drakes. I didn't take the Iron Drakes, so we could see them. Fire in this I don't believe is the same as like Witcher fire. It's not an instant kill, it's just a heck of a lot of damage. So still very devastating, but it's not this instant like, covering your army goodbye type of vibe as you get with the Witchers. But yeah, okay, awesome. So we'll, and Avari, we had another little look. So hopefully the Avari is a bit different, give a good vibe of, we'll give a good idea of what you can expect from other sorts of fights. Hey there, team. So this is from Angband's point of view. Oh, fantastic, cool, the Iron Drakes. Oh, Scotland. I don't know if the game picks up. I don't know if my recording is picking up the battle generation signs in the bottom, but yeah. Oh, that's very cool. They look amazing. I really like their vibe. So one, yeah, I mean, they look great. We'll see how they sort of are performing with their, basically, yeah, flamethrowers. Be very cool. And he's got the Uraloki as well, so we're going to be having a lot of fire, which again, this, against like lighter, because I'm pretty sure it's greatly affected by like armor, so I think that the lightly armored Avari might be really, really pained by all that fire. Raveners, again, so I really prefer the Legionnaires, but he wants that sort of more aggression here. He doesn't really need as much armor, so, but it does look like they've maybe, because they can receive an armor upgrade, and I'm just looking at their helmets and stuff, and I think they've maybe gotten that. The trolls there, Troll Guard of Gothmog, only one of them. Ah, yeah, okay, cool. We can see armor upgraded halberdiers, so we do have a lot of them. So we've got a very sturdy phalanx that is going to be tough to smash through. The Iron Shod Arbalists as well. Over here on the far side, the Thralls of Angband. Behind them, some Tormentors of the Iron Crown, mixed in with Spear Guard of the Iron Crown. This is kind of interesting, like a spear and man-at-arms, armor-piercing man-at-arms, of course, but man-at-arms phalanx is quite cool. And again, he's, I suspect, shield wall with the boys. I'm just assuming because they're quite tight together. No, but we've got the banner carriers over there, so that makes me think maybe not. Troll Guard of Gothmog on the right flank. Is that 2? No, it's 2 units of Troll Guard. So he's gone for quite like lower numbers, with lots of the kind of the quirky tricks that sounds terrible to say, like, oh yeah, the quirky tricks that burn you alive, that the Angband can bring to the table. So that's kind of cool. It'll be cool. It'll be interesting to see what the Avari like to do here. There's a lot more. It's not that there's more trees, but I think the trees are sort of better positioned maybe for the Avari here if they want to do some hilarity and try to get this done. Now I think I would really struggle as the Avari. I mean, I think I'd struggle as the Avari full stop, but I think I'll really struggle as the Avari against something like Angband. Just getting through those hard lines, that great defensive ability. Well, by defensive ability I mean because of the numbers, because of everything that's sort of built around that. Not really their single defensive skill, of course. Avari, of course, I mean, it's probably pretty expected they're going to take quite long deployment phases just to make sure everything's set up nicely. But it looks like he's gone for a pretty compact force. Oh, this is Gervais. Hey, so he's got his wards there. As I say, I'm not sure how you're meant to say that name. I love just the tree bark shields. That's so cool to me. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so we've got wards out front. Yeah, he's gone for like a little bit of a checkerboard vibe. Maybe a little bit afraid of artillery, or again just using that speed. Behind them, a lot of these stone hewers. And then Thorncast. Okay, so he has gone for these Thorncasters. Nice. Okay, be interesting to see how they work. I'm assuming maybe javelin throwing type vibes. I like the skull. Is that a skull? Yep, the skull's just vibing there. Very spooky. Very spooky. In the back there, some more shades. Is that where you popped your general? I'm just wondering where he might be showing up. No. Oh no, that is where he is. Yep. So the general is in with these shades of the guarded path. And yeah, awesome. Okay, so we'll go. So this is not really how I would have expected like the Avari to be fighting, but in a 1v1 you've got to be. It's tough to do the whole like sneaky ambush plays in a 1v1. In a larger scale fight when you can maybe attack, you can surprise your allies' enemy. That's great. But in a 1v1, maybe the Avari really shine when it's something else, when it's this when it's more of a muddled up fight. Whereas, as I say, like Angband thrives when it's this organized. Or I mean they thrive in chaos as well. Huh. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure how, right now I'm just not sure how I'd go about beating Angband. I mean, a lot of armor piercing is kind of the vibe. So the thrall's opening up. Once again, I'd assume, you know, this smaller shield value. I can't imagine that's much of a shield value. And quite the low armor values of those wards. Yeah, they're dropping pretty nastily to the thrall fire. We'll have to sort of slow down a little bit here, I think, because we're about to make contact. And those halberds, I'm not sure, like, we need... Thorncasters going. Good, cool. What we throwing, girls? Or what are we casting? And no, don't just say thorns. Yeah. So there's nothing... Okay, no, the Reavers are in front of the halberds. I thought there wasn't a shield wall in front of them. Maybe Gervais isn't wanting to unleash on that just yet. This looks like Thorncast. Wow, that's a good range. Holy smokes, very nice. And how did that? So the Reavers took the brunt of that. Quite a few casualties. Oh good, the Urloki are right behind the lines. Lots of blood getting kicked up by the Reavers. Got firepower. Oh wow, that's okay. That's quite a good range. Ouch. Ooh, okay, so you can see some of these guys are getting back up. But again, I'm assuming probably the lower armor values, it's a bit nasty for them to take those hits. They don't have much ammunition. Of course, those are Loki. But once they've used it up, they are still a bit, you know, they're going to rip you up in a fight. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit more. I think maybe there's a lot of effects going on right now, and that's causing this little bit of a frame stutter. So I think this is smart from Gervais. He's not sort of colliding all the way across the line because he doesn't really want to, and it's not really a fight he's going to be able to win. So he's sort of just picking his point and trying to sort of breach in a little bit. Looks like individually up against those Reavers, he's doing quite good. Sorry, Reavers of Anfauglith. Anfauglith, that's how you say that, I believe. But Reavers either way. Again, they seem to keep just burning. If Gervais can just get all of that ammunition used up on this spot, I'm sure he'll be okay with that. Like, I'm sure he's totally happy with that. But I suspect, yeah, Panthan is focused all the way across the line. He's not really able to maximize the damage that they're doing right now. Oh, what's that? Are those first refusers opening up with those very... Oh, they're slingers. Oh god, they're very cool, aren't they? Let's see them throw, because I think they were like... Were those like high mass? They're... Oofed. Are people getting knocked around, or is that just like a... That's some high damage. I mean, there's thralls. There's thralls, so I shouldn't really... Either way, it's just a big effect on them. Yeah, like all that just shunting around. But again, Panthan is probably going to be okay seeing that damage happen. You know, as long as he doesn't get his halberds hit by ranged fire, he'll be content, I think. And the Reavers seem to be okay with this engagement. Might not be loving it, but they're doing all right. They just outnumber the Stonehewers so much. The Stonehewers only start with a group of what, 140. So it's quite it's a tough matchup. Oh, over here the halberds have maybe overextended, so we're getting some thorns right into them. Let's go, girls. I'm saying girls because they're somewhat feminine appearance, so you know, hey. Sorry, ladies. That's what I'm assuming. But yeah, so we're smashing right into the face of those halberds. The Thorned Ancients are over here, but again, they don't really want to go toe-to-toe with the... Sorry. Nothing. They don't really want to go toe-to-toe with the halberdiers. God, they're pretty spooky, really. Yeah, I really do like these models. They're freaking great. I thought... No, I thought he was floating just slightly. But yeah, because it's really just going to come down to how much damage can we do to those halberds at range. Oh, Stonehewer's kind of winning that now. I say, if they can get these like 1v1s or like 2v1s even, you know, they'll be more than happy. But it's just keeping that fight away from the halberd line. Now here's where the real meat of Panthan's army is. And I thought this was going to be devastation. I thought Spear Host alongside the Tormentors would be absolutely horrific, but those Stonehewers are doing some amazing work to them. Even the wards. The Trolls are maybe going to change that game, though. That's a bit of a different story now. Yeah, okay, now that the Trolls have emerged, and okay, maybe there was a little bit of a rush due to the charge. That was perhaps part of it. First refusers there. Coming on in now. There's sort of two blades. We'll see here. Okay, that was a good little charge. I know it was a backstabbing attack. But we could see how effective those guys are in melee. But again, once you know, it's just the low numbers of the Avari that kind of scares me here. Those Moss Stalkers still opening up. What are my Thorned Ancients up to? Oh, looks like we had some Branch Stalkers. Very nice. Sneaking around, and they've ripped up some. They've ripped up a lot of these Wolf Riders, but now they're just getting, getting chucked into the Troll Guard. I mean, this is the type of situation. There's no real point in trying to run away from the Troll Guard. They're gonna catch you. So you kind of be just like, okay, cool. If I can just keep the Troll Guard focused on me here, even if I'm not gonna win, if I can just take a long time to die, then that's probably what you want. Wolf Riders are free now, though. And although, you know, they may not have a great little charge value on them, it still is... It's something to deal with. It's something to, you know, keep your boys focused. Thorncasters there. Ah, damn, I would have liked to see how many kills the Thorncasters are actually getting. Seeing these halberds... I mean, again, they've just got such a nice armor value. And maybe the Thorncasters aren't armor piercing. And so they're just able to shrug that damage off quite nicely, even if they are getting shot straight in there. Shades clattering in. But now getting backstabbed by the halberds is just going to be too much for them. Ancients, yeah, going to be mopping their way through the Reavers, no problem. But I just fear that that organised line of halberds is going to be a bit too much. We saw that once the fighting got very organised on the previous fight, the Thorned ones, you know, really, or Thorned Ancients, goddamn, really struggled. Thorncasters here, scratching away, getting thrown on into melee after they've used up their ammunition. Again, just sort of trying their best, but up against this just absolute solid line of Uruks, it's maybe too much. A few dead Uruloki, great to see. And the Troll Guard are just sort of, yeah, through and messing around in the back lines. Oofed! So we're seeing the Iron Drakes of Angband. Again, sort of very nice, sort of decent range on those Iron Drakes. Unshielded, but sort of decently armoured. So I'm wondering, like, yeah, if you wanted to counter these guys at range, and they've got a lot of numbers as well. So if you wanted to bring them down at range, you've really got to devote a lot of firepower to getting that done. What's over here? Some surviving Stonehewers. And yeah, so they're just getting in behind the lines now. And yeah, so this is just kind of showing, I guess, Avari's sort of struggling numbers a bit when it comes to a situation like this. And again, the lighter armor up against those fire attacks might be a big nuisance. Yeah, so I think this will just be a bit of a mop around situation now. These Wolf Riders will be running pretty free. Even the Thorncasters are knocking them out. And Panthan will be focused elsewhere, so he's not really going to be able to cycle charge him too well. But yeah, cool, okay. So it's nice to see again the Avari. And we're getting victory here. I think it really does come down to, like, if the Avari can be getting these you know, smaller fights, you know, backed up. I like that we're working in amongst our Thorned Ancients. I think that's really cool. You know, that's something that I was really looking for. And I think that is working out quite nicely. Because, yeah, those Thorned Ancients are sort of just taking hits. They're dealing them back. But then you've got these little aggressive Avari Elves also just hacking and slashing away in amongst all of their tree friends. It's pretty great. No, and then the Thorncasters. I need to check the Thorncasters. Oh dear, ouch! I need to check the Thorncasters melee again and see sort of what they're capable of with that. But I think armor upgraded halberds are just a go-to. It's like, yes. So I mean, we're taking losses there. We've dropped quite a bit, and I think, oh dear. So I know that Angband, I've probably said Angmar a few times when I meant Angband. I think with Angband, you really are looking to get those general takedowns. I think if you bring down the general, that is just like a massive like win for you with those Orcs and Uruks. There are quite like Mordor in essence, just with a much higher general quality of troops, but they still have this like shock of like, oh god, general's gone. We're out of here. Which of course is something that the elves don't have to worry about as much. I like this sort of vibe here. Sort of in the tree cover, you got them all smacking around. It's quite nice. But yeah, cool. And I've been really impressed with these wards. Actually, I really thought that they were gonna just get rattled down easy peasy, but they've done some great killing here and there, and they've still got a good bit of killing to go. I think it's just getting a counter for these halberds is something that you need to be able to do. And when you're mixing the shieldmen, when you're mixing, you know, a man-at-arm unit and with the halberds, it's just not easy. So we do have rain outside clattering away. I hope it's not coming through. I don't think it should be. It shouldn't be. Usually my noise gate cuts that sort of stuff out, but we still have ammunition. Okay. Right, this is a great sign. So we're getting them right into the backs there. Gervais has pulled off quite a nice little bit of positioning there. The right side as well, so those whatever Reavers maybe are managing to get a side hit. We're shaking as well, wavering even. Breaking, okay. That was 30 guys. Yeah, okay, that's still quite an impressive break. Okay, right. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of... The Avari are really, you know, giving it their all over here. That's a big break! 78 of these guys. Okay. Alright then. Alright, okay. Balance of power just yeeted. Did you see that? The balance of power was here. Now it's over here. Okay. Yep, hey, I mean... I think Angband is Scottish. That's fine. Fair enough. Jeez, oh. Okay then. That is something else, isn't it? I still, like... So the Avari still have, like, their work really cut out for them, but again, using that speed to sort of clump together. Ricky Tech, Thorncasters trying to unleash hell. Now those guys, the problem is... Arbalists they're firing. Where did they run off to? I mean, I know we captured a lot of them, but they need them to... 35. Oh, they might not come back. Where are the Troll Guard running? You need the... Oh, they're chasing off the Rangers. Oh, the boys! This will be a fight. Now, of course, the Troll Guard should win this pretty comfortably, but... Oofed. But again, like, the Thorned Ancients, I'm assuming will take a while to die here, even though they're greatly outnumbered. Oh, dear. God, that is a hell of a fight, isn't it? Yeah. Somebody's Scottish. Somebody's Scottish cheering away. Oh. What the hell just happened? Angband's bowling. What the I was absolutely thinking this was a stomp at the, like, about midway through. I was thinking this was a total stomp. What the hell just happened here? Okay then, maybe there's a lot of, like, fear causing in the Avari or something like that. Because we've not even lost a general. Angband's still got his general alive, right? Where is he? In with the... Yeah, so he's in with the Iron Drake. That's what I thought. They're trying to fire. They're still trying to shoot. And I don't think... Is that the best course of action? I mean... Yeah, trying to... Yeah, but you're seeing... So it's... These guys... A lot of these guys are still getting back. Oh, well, he got up and then he got back down. But yeah. Okay then. First fuse, everybody just rattling into them. Thralls there. That is a shocker. That is a real shocker. Okay, because I was genuinely starting to worry. I was like, dude, if Gervais is pretty damn good. I was like, if Gervais is really struggling with the Avari, like, I'm stuffed. But, like, nice. Good moves, Gervais. Yeah. But yeah, I know I should be, like, what I said about this sort of all these Silmarilion videos right now is just they are about me learning units. But I got really excited there about that fight. That was... How did the fight against the trolls go? Trolls are still alive over here. But there's still the blooming... There's still 8. No way did you... Not a single one of the Thorned Ancients went down. This poor troll is absolutely getting rinsed by these tree boys. He's still trying. Okay, no, they've moved off. God damn. Cowards. They couldn't take you, mate. They just could not take you. God, I would be... Phew. So that was like... So what caused that sudden rout then? Was that just a breaking point for the Angband forces? Because the general didn't go down. It wasn't like... Unless I missed it. I don't think I missed the general's death. But yeah, something just went from... fine to just dead. Yeah, this must be the general here. Oh, no? What are they all? They're all clacking at somebody. One Iron Drake. Is that's not the general, is it? Maybe it is. I don't... Oh, yeah. No, that is him. He was resilient. He did his best there. But holy smokes. So maybe that was just their morale was just getting a little bit shaky just because we're starting to, like, get less and less units. We got that rout with the Reavers. The Reavers ran off. And then it was just this, like... Everybody was just out of there in the space of bloody 5 minutes. You know, we went from just... Less than that even. Yeah, in the space of, like, 3 minutes, we went from Angband, you know, having a really, real good control to gone. And you still, like, this is one of these things that is quite impressive. Like, the Thorned Ancients are still kicking. So we got 2 Thorned Ancients here. Which, again, big expense. Very expensive, like, investment, I feel, to take in those 2 Thorned Ancients. And, but then just seeing their worth here. Like, you know, we kind of did need them. We needed that rigidity. We needed something that could actually just sit and stare down the Angband forces for all that time that was needed. But even then, you know, we still got some of these Gloom Hunters and everything. Yeah, good. No, fight to the end, troll boys. Yeah, like let's bring as many of these guys down as we can. Okay, cool. I see. Sorry, exciting. Really exciting there. Nah, I like that a lot. I see 1v. I always enjoy 1v1s. I find 1v1s to be very exciting. You know, quick, interesting, usually most of the time. But that was great. You know, that was really cool. And it's tough sometimes because like sometimes you get a really cool 1v1, but you know, like 20%. Because like for me, a pitch battle, 20% survivors for the winner is still quite close in a pitch battle. But 20% in a 1v1 feels like you've still got huge amounts of your army left. You could have had a really close fight and it still ends up being 20% survivors, you know? But yeah, all those prisoners. And I'm sure if Gervais wasn't as fast at catching them, some of those guys would have come back and really punished us. The Uruks, okay, so I was really thinking the Uruks were like missing shots or like not being used super duper effective, but they were racking up some good kills there. Iron Drakes, yeah, doing what they can. Troll Guard there, we're seeing them getting, you know, minced in amongst the, what's the word I'm looking for? The ancient Thorned Ancients. And interesting, so he gave some of these guys experience as well. He gave the Reavers and Ironshod Halberds some experience. Which, okay. So, I wonder what the funds were then. Cool plane. Yeah, this was a cool place. Okay. Wolf Riders, yeah, just doing their thing. I mean, for me, I think you take the Wolf Riders. If the enemy doesn't have any cavalry, you're like, cool, I'm vibing. 2 Arbalists there. Yeah, double Thralls doing their bit. 15 kills though. Come on, boys. 96 is pretty decent now. Cool. Okay, what did we actually have numbers-wise in general? That was a lot, actually. Okay, well, I guess, like, Panthan actually had a pretty small force. I felt, you know, Panthan really went for quite an elite force. Lots of armor upgrades for everybody. And, yeah. And you were seeing those experience upgrades going out as well. So that was why Gervais was able to sort of catch him a bit. And we didn't have that grandfather as well. So that really packed on the numbers too. Okay, awesome. That was really interesting. Okay, we'll jump into the next one.